Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. I'm of a very strong opinion that William Ruto is spoiling chances for Kenya Kwanza candidates in the Mulembe Nation, especially from Western. Yesterday, William Ruto was in Tanzania, where he badly insulted Eugene Wamalwa. So today, some elders from Tanzania came out and denounced William Ruto. Have a look at this.
He owes Wamalwa an apology. You never know who's going to vote for you. And this tongue can be very dangerous, as we have seen in the past.
Hilo halikukuwa jambo la kuchekea. It is an abuse to the community.
The Trans Nzoia community elders termed the deputy president's remarks insightful and below the stature of anyone running for office of the president.
Huwezi kuwa nataka kuwa kutawala watu inji hii na unaongea namna hiyo. Alichipeleka chini sana. And he should just apologize. That is the only option he can do for the sake for the community. Na sisi tunaomba watu wa Trans Nzoia, chairman of peace tuko naye hapa. Sisi tukae bila hii mambo ya Ruto zikawanya sisi.
Defense Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa maintains that the Kenya Kwanza Alliance presidential candidate wanted him out of cabinet in 2018 and that the DP almost assaulted his interior CS counterpart, Fred Matiang'i. Seth Olale, Citizen TV.
Yes. And today, William Ruto took his campaigns to Vihiga County, where he had some arguments with a resident in Vihiga County. Listen to William Ruto.
Wewe kijana, wacha kunijibu, unanijibu kama nani? Kama umeleta kisirani kwa hiyo mkutano utoke.
Yes. All those utterances by William Ruto and the counter responses after making those are remarks that are clearly spoiling chances for William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza candidates in Western. And I'm saying that because also today still in Vihiga, as William Ruto was campaigning for Alfred Agoi, you know Alfred Agoi is the Kenya Kwanza's candidate for gubernatorial seat in Vihiga. As William Ruto was campaigning for Alfred Agoi, it was very clear that residents were not for that. They were not reading from the same page with William Ruto. Have a look at this again.
Ya Vihiga County na gavana wetu hapa. Mimi nataka niwaeleze. Hiyo manifesto nimesoma na huyu ndugu yangu mheshimiwa Agoi. Ile mambo tumepanga katika manifesto ya Kenya Kwanza pia amepanga hapa Vihiga. Nataka tuelewane eh? Tafadhali. Tukue na heshima.
Yes. What does this all political maneuvers by William Ruto means politically, especially in Western? That's what I want us to find out in this video. In case you are watching us for the very first time, kindly subscribe. William Ruto is most definitely behaving the way he's behaving because he has got a low opinion of residents of Western. He has a low opinion of the Mulembe Nation. That's why he can actually afford to go to Western and insult their leaders. And it's also very interesting that William Ruto, anytime you want to insult a leader from Western, or maybe from in any other part of the country, and this is something we have been seeing with William Ruto, he always makes sure he goes to that leader's maybe home area. There is where actually he spews the insults. And that, just as I did indicate in our early analysis, those are attributes of a person not worth being elected. That's a person who is clearly inciting the masses to violence because the person you are insulting has some funds in that area, because that's believed to be his home area. And just as the case of Eugene, you are seeing clearly that elders from Eugene's home county, upon William Ruto insulting Eugene, they came out guns blazing today to castigate William Ruto. And they made it very clear that those remarks by Ruto yesterday do not befit somebody seeking the highest office in the land. So I'm seeing a high possibility again where William Ruto in the 2 days, or rather in the 2 or 3 days he has been in Western Kenya, William Ruto has just but done more damage to him than actually good. In fact, I'm seeing a high possibility where William Ruto was way much ahead, or rather where he was well off, or rather he was far much better before he went to Western. Upon going to Western for his campaigns, instead of actually his campaigns rising his popularity in Western, I'm seeing his campaigns actually reducing his popularity in Western. And that's just an indication that William Ruto is not a very smart politician. He's not a calculative politician. He makes some open blunders simply because of his loose tongue. And that's why I've been stating that William Ruto's main undoing is his tongue. And then back to Vihiga, you are seeing us trying to campaign for Alfred Agoi, but just as I've stated, residents are not actually reading from the same page with William Ruto. And one thing that can explain that, that's just a sign of the residents disapproving of William Ruto and his political ideology, especially his constant insults and attacks against leaders, especially the good people of Western actually have respect for. And also, if you look at Western in general, Western is predominantly Raila Odinga, predominantly Azimio. And William Ruto has made it his business to be insulting and abusing Raila Odinga, not knowing that by constantly insulting Raila Odinga, he's also antagonizing Raila supporters in Western. Raila supporters in Western are actually hating William Ruto because of constantly abusing and attacking Raila Odinga. So I'm seeing a situation where unless William Ruto changes his narrative or politics in the remaining 3 weeks, I'm seeing William Ruto going to dig his political grave even deeper in areas perceived to be Raila's stronghold. Because as it is right now, it's a given fact that William Ruto only enjoys support in his Kalenjin Rift Valley and in some sections of the mountain. Out of those 2 regions, Raila commands an assailable lead. So unless William Ruto changes his style of campaigns, his brand of politics, I'm seeing him just retaining maybe Kalenjin Rift Valley and a section of the mountain. He must change his politics if at all he wants to eat into Raila's strongholds, rather if he wants to grab some vote from Raila's strongholds. But if he's constantly abusing leaders, his competitors, and especially Raila Odinga, and leaders supporting Raila Odinga, I'm seeing William Ruto making little or no inroads out of Mount Kenya and out of Kalenjin Rift Valley. So for the remaining 3 weeks, William Ruto has to be very, very careful. He has to tame his tongue. For just as I've said, in the 3 days he has been in Western, I'm very sure that if maybe some research can be done, you'll find that William Ruto's popularity in Western has actually gone down. At a time, it ought to have been rising because of the campaigns there. But because of his loose tongue, his popularity has surely gone down in Western. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, listening to William Ruto also exchanging words with that person, or rather that youth there, That also just portrays William Ruto as a person who is not serious about uplifting the livelihood of these hustlers. All along, he has been talking about Mama Mboga Boda Boda. But now if he can actually exchange and even threaten a hustler, then it's almost certain and clear William Ruto is also losing popularity, or rather is not actually in touch with the downtrodden in the society. He's actually also losing that kind of a support. He's actually painting a picture that if he wins the presidency or if he assumes power, he will actually put a boundary between himself and the Mama Mbogas, the Boda Bodas he has actually been talking about. Let me leave it there for now. In case you have not subscribed so far, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.